Hello. Okay, so today we're going to learn. Hello. Okay, so today we're going to learn about. Okay. Hello. Hello. So now we're about to learn. Okay, no. Let me press that. Hello. So now we're about to learn about product of primes. When we're saying product usually implies multiplication. And then primes, we're talking about prime numbers. So when we're saying expressing a number as a product of its primes, so for instance, if we're saying express 12 as a product of its primes, what we're just saying is express 12 as multiplication of the prime numbers that make up 12, which we actually call prime factors. So what are the prime factors of 12? We have 2 and we have 3, right? Firstly, let's list the factors. All the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Yes. So all of these are factors of 12, but these are prime factors. What makes them prime factors is the fact that they are prime numbers. What makes them prime numbers, if you remember, is because they are numbers that do not have another number that divides into them. So that is what makes these prime factors. Now, we're making 12 using its prime factors by multiplying. So when you're saying multiplication or products of primes, that's what it means. Multiplying prime factors to make the number which we have been asked to make. So for instance, 12. And there are only 2 steps that you need to remember when you're doing this. One, know your multiplication, right? Actually, these are more of guidelines than steps because it's not steps that you take, but it's more of my advice to you. For this to be easy for you, you need to know your multiplication. It goes a long way if you do. Then, second thing is to know your prime numbers. What are prime numbers? So you won't be able to know how to express product of primes if you don't know the multiplication, because we already say product means multiplication. And then if it's primes over there, if you don't know your prime numbers, you can't know how to multiply primes properly. So that is something you need to be aware of. Now, let's try and see the method to maybe finding the product or expressing 12 as a product of its primes. So first thing you need to do is you just need to draw this little diagram over there, right? And I put my 12 over here. I'm going to try and list down the factors or the sequence in which the factors of 12 multiply each other. So what you do, first step is to first find the smallest prime number that divides. That's where the knowledge of prime numbers and multiplication comes into hand. I already know the smallest prime number is 2. So I'm going to say 2 into 12. That's 6, right? And then what is the smallest prime number that gets into 6? It's still 2. 2 into 6, that's 3. So I write the answer down there. And then now I come and say, okay, that's said. What is the smallest prime number that gets into 3? It's not 2. We now move on to 3. 3 is the smallest prime number, or if not the only prime number that gets into 3. And then I get to 1. When you get to 1, you're done. That rhymes. Anyway, now you come here, you take this sequence. Now that sequence is 2 times 3. Let's check. 2 times 2, that's 4, times 3, that's 12. And then now you have your answer. You have expressed 12 as a product of its primes. Now, let's say you want to try something new. Maybe let's do 18. 18. Now, for 18, I would like you to pause the video for a bit and then work it out yourselves, and then we can compare when you are done. Now, you can pause right now. If you have unpaused, this is how I would work it out. I put my 18 over here. What's the smallest? The smallest is 2. 2 because 18 is an even number. If it's an even number, it makes it easier for you. So if you know your even numbers and you have your even numbers on this side, 2 is your smallest. So always start with 2. 2 into 18, that's 9. Now, 2 is not going to divide into 18 without leaving a remainder. So I'm going to find the smallest prime factor of 9, that's 3. 3 into 9, that's 3. 3 still divides into that until we get to 1. And like the rhyme that I said before, when you get to 1, you're done. Now, 1, I take that, and then it's easy for me. I just go 2 times 3 times 3. That's complete. Should we check? 2 times 3, that's 6. 6 times 3, that's 18. 3 times 3, that's 9 times 2, that's 18. Right, that's how it's done. Thank you.